Hey friends, Allison here. Welcome back to my channel. I have two new December daily layouts to share with you today. Both these layouts are going in my December daily 2022 album. They are both going outside of the page protector. So after the video was done, I punched holes in both of them, glued them together because they will be going next to each other in the album, and they'll just go directly in the album. So the layout that I'm working on right now is just purely for fun. I did it twice. This is the second go around. I did record the first go around and then deleted it. I did that yesterday and felt like it didn't make as big of a punch or statement as I thought that it could have. And so I went back to the drawing board, revised a few things, changed a few things, and this is what I came up with. I do have a picture of the original posted in the YouTube community. So if you go looking for that, you will see it there. And let me know what you think, what your favorite is. This, what I came up with for the second go around, is my absolute favorite. So I'm working with two different color blue cardstocks for this layout. This is a mandala, believe it or not. It's a snowflake mandala. I wanted just half of a snowflake to work with, and then on how do I say this? Where the second half of the snowflake would have been, I swapped that out with a phrase, and you'll see that in just a moment. This entire layout was designed in Cricut Design Space and then created with my Cricut Explorer. So I'm just assembling the two pieces right now. The darker shade is just like a navy blue, and then I layered that on top of a lighter blue cardstock. All the products that I used in both of these layouts will be linked in the description box down below, as always, so you can go check them out. So as you can see on the left-hand side of the layout, the very far left-hand side, there is some writing. And the writing says, "Just a girl who loves Christmas." I used my Cricut to write that just with a black pen. And then I also thought that I would decorate this layout with some holly. So I die cut some holly, and the berries were cut from both sides of this red cardstock from close to my heart. If you follow me here at all, you'll know that I am fond of close to my heart cardstock, and their cardstock is double-sided, so you get twice the mileage out of your cardstock. And by double-sided, I mean the facing side, the one side has the true color on it, and then when you flip it over, it has a lighter shade of that same color. So I used both colors to create the berries and the holly, and then also the leaves as well. I glued those all together off screen because everybody knows how to glue things together. So I glued those together and then added them directly to the layout base. I used liquid glue to attach everything to my layout base. I also die cut the snowflake panel from white cardstock with my Cricut as well. That is also something that is a little bit different from the original. In the original, I drew a background on the layout base, and in this version, I die cut. And I absolutely love it. I'm coloring in part of the title. So the words who and loves were like a silhouette. So I colored them in with the darkest shade of the true blue shades, I think, alcohol marker. And then to finish this page off, I'm using some clear shimmer brush to add sparkle to that holly. You'll notice in my videos that I keep squeezing my pen. I'm getting very close to finishing this pen, and I need to stock up on more. I'm hoping to do that very soon. So if you see me squeezing the pen as I'm coloring in and adding shimmer to images, that's why. I'm just trying to squeeze out every last drop that I possibly can from my shimmer brush. Now I'm moving on to layout 2. I've only been doing December daily for a couple of years. I think this is year 3 that I've tackled it. And the last 2 years at least, I can't remember the first year if I included a calendar or not, but the last 2 years I have included a calendar just for the month of December. And this is the calendar that I'm working on right now. So I used a combination of draw and cut to create the base of the calendar. And then I cut some of the icons and images, or well, the rest of them really, from cardstock, and I'm gluing them directly to the layout base. There are a lot of little icons and little icons. This is a very glue heavy layout, like labor intensive. So I cut most of it out because it's really just gluing and sticking basically. So I left a few of the images in, and then I skip ahead to the end and add the last couple. Not every square will have an image on it, which is fine. That is what the cut file had to begin with. By the way, the cut file for this calendar started off as just a straight cut file. I ungrouped it and manipulated it so that it became a draw and cut file, just to suit my needs. In hindsight, those little pieces, maybe I should have converted to draw as well. So if you do create this calendar, be sure you don't lose any of those little pieces because they are very tiny. Once all the pieces are glued to the layout base, I pull out my alcohol markers and I color in all the numbers for each day of December. And I go in rainbow order to color them all in. So, well, for the most part, you'll see the colors that I use, but I alternate between gray, pink, yellow, and light blue, and then color in all the numbers for the month of December. I cut most of this out too because, once again, it's just plain Jane coloring. There's nothing special or unique that I do with the coloring. I don't worry about the shading. I'm just coloring. It's actually my second love next to scrapbooking. So you will find a lot of coloring and a lot of drawing in this year's December daily specifically. And I love it. It couldn't make my heart happier. So with all of those colored in, I went back to my computer because I had tried die cutting the phrase December and then 2022 traditional cut. It did not work very well. So back to the drawing board I went, and I converted the word December to a draw file instead, used the offset function to create a bubble that went around it, and then created an offset for the first bubble to go around that one. So it's double layered basically. So the word December is drawn on the first bubble, and then the second bubble basically is just the shadow. And then I included the year 2022 in that cut file as well. And that's it. That brings me to the end of this double header video today. I hope my layouts inspired you. And if they did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. And if you would like to see more Cricut projects or December Daily 2022 projects, definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything on this channel. I'll be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Bye, friends.